गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णू गुरुर्देवो महेश्वर गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ओम सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति 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 Hari Om. Let there be peace, let there be peace and love amongst all the human beings of the universe. Let there be peace. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We have completed the revision of first chapter, that is the rejection of Rama. We are starting the second chapter, Dvitiya Sarga. The title of this Dvitiya Sarga is the beginning of the teaching. So, what is the teaching and what is the purpose of this teaching? The first chapter, which is the rejection of Rama, has indicated us that Rama has gone for a pilgrimage, went to a lot of places, lot of ashrams, mountains, hills, hillocks, plains, and met various peoples there, maybe worldly people, maybe saintly people, maybe rishis. And accordingly, what has happened is he came with lot of worldly knowledge, and with this worldly knowledge, when person goes in the world, he naturally only senses the outward things as per his sensory organs. So he could sense all that. What are the problems which he indicated to Vasishtha Rishi? There are three problems which he indicated. One is life is full of sorrow. जीवन पूरा दुखमय है. That's what he said. Life is painful. ये यहाँ पे बहुत दर्द है. हर वक्त कोई किसी को कुछ बोलता है, कोई किसी को परेशान करता है. बॉडीली परेशानी होती है, मेंटली परेशानी होती है और रिलीजियसली भी परेशानी होती है. सभी दृष्टि से परेशानी होती है. तो एक है कि पूरा सॉरोफुल है, दुखमय है. दूसरा परेशानी है क्योंकि आदमी किसी न किसी को हर चीज में कोई आर्ग्यूमेंट करेगा, कमेंट करेगा. वो कभी पॉजिटिव नहीं सोचेगा, वो हर वक्त निगेटिव सोचेगा. हर इसमें इसमें मेरे को किसको क्या बोलना है, वो ट्रिक्स करेगा. ही विल अप्लाई माइंड ओनली टू सी दैट ही बिकम्स मोर एंड मोर ड्यूअल. दो व्यक्ति बोल रहे हैं तो ये सोचता ही नहीं कि आगे वाला भी डिवाइन है और मैं भी डिवाइन हूँ. डिवाइन डिवाइन हो गया तो एक ही हो गया ना. जैसा अपने ही, इफ यू सी दैट आवर tongue is getting bitten by our teeth, so the teeth never complains about the tongue, or other tongue never complains about the teeth ki why you are biting me, because they are belonging to the same body. Unfortunately, by mistake it has been bitten. So similarly, we are all people, all unfragmented, unsegmented from the same divinity, but then still we keep on fighting for money, for name and sake, for popularity, what not. So many things, because we feel we are divided. We never sense that we are one. एक घर में ही चार लोग मिलके नहीं रह सकते तो पूरा जगत का तो बहुत ही दूर की बात है. तो इसके वो अज्ञान कहते हैं. दिस इज कॉल्ड एज इग्नोरेंस. बट वी द पीपल हु आर नाउ इन द आफ्टरनून मीटिंग डिसाइडेड टू, वी हैव टेकन द, वो अपन ने शपथ ली है कि अपन अपना मन अच्छा करना है. माइंड और माइंड, यू हैव टू माइंड और माइंड. तो राम जी ने वशिष्ठ ऋषि को बताया, पहला जगत पूरा सॉरोफुल है, दूसरा पेनफुल है, तीसरा इज एवरीथिंग एट द माइट ऑफ टाइम, पूरा समय के अधीन है. यानी आदमी आता है, पहले बच्चा करके जन्म होता है, फिर यूथ होता है, फिर सीनियर एज, ओल्ड एज, एंड ही डाइज. दैट्स व्हाट रामा हैज seen that, and he has told the Vasishtha Rishi also about that. And what has happened is, we have understood now कि the four gateways of liberations which are there, Rama was not initially knowing unless Vasishtha Rishi has told him. What are the gateways? One is tranquility, second is contentment, third is holy company, and fourth is inquiry. Rama was not knowing this, all four, and that's why the question came in the mind of Rama, and which he has projected to the Vasishtha Rishi. And what are the question? The inquiry has not been conducted by Rama. He has not applied his discrimination. He has not applied his dispassion. So what has happened is, he has gone with the experience of whatever he has seen by the world, what he has seen in the world. The experience which he has sensed because of his bodily feeling, because of his mental feeling, and that's what. He never thought about anything which is wiser Paramatma. Maybe some people may say who are really bhakta of Rama, How come this will be with Rama? It can happen. He is a Bhagwan Ram. He should know everything. But now the scriptures are only telling us कि Vasishtha Rishi, when Rama has been given the knowledge by Vasishtha Rishi at the age of 15, 15 plus, very young, youthful. He is not going for a sports. He is not going for any career because he is a son of a king. There's nothing to gain, nothing to lose in this life. But then he has not contemplated. That's what the scripture says. And subsequently, Rama says, now my understanding has become proper. His understanding has become proper. That's what he said. So the inquiry has not been conducted by Rama. And are these experiences which are happening, are there in the body or in the mind or a Paramatma? He never discriminated that. And accordingly, thus he suffered. And what he said, not only that, he has also indicated a monster ego. If you really cannot tell me what is his statement, if you cannot, Sega, Vashishtushi, if you cannot do that, then I'll seek nothing other than the death. So that धमकी भी दे दिया उसने कि I will only go for a death. I shall remain in silence as one placed upon the drawing. जैसा ड्राइंग पे एक आदमी बना रहता है वैसे मैं साइलेंस में रहूंगा. That's what he said. Then Vasishtha Rishi is laughing inside. He is very smiling. What he is saying without listening to me? I have all powers because I am tranquil person. I am contented person. I am a blissful person. In fact, knowing is the being. He has known the truth. So he is being. That means he is the truth. That means he is the Almighty. That means he is one without second. That's what he is going to tell the Rama. And when he tells the Rama, we will also become like that. अपन भी उनके समान बनेंगे. So what is that? Objective understanding will lead to a blind end. अपन ये जगत में ही सब कुछ देखते रहेंगे. अपन सोचेंगे यार मैं जगत में ही भक्ति करूंगा, भगवान की मूर्ति सामने रखूंगा, बहुत भक्ति करूंगा और सब जगत के लोगों के साथ गुस्सा करते रहूंगा, सबको भला बुरा बोलते रहूंगा. Nothing you can gain by that bhakti. You have to see that finally you come to such stage wherein you should always require a tranquility, blissfulness, happiness, and that will come only when you are really associated with one with a God. और फिर ऐसे लोग अपने को जीवन में मिलते हैं. Such people we get in life. What we are supposed to do with them? You have to protect yourself from the arrays of questions. Such people will put you arrays of questions. अरे भगवान आपने देखे हैं क्या? आपको पता है क्या? आपको क्या समझता? भगवत गीता में तो ऐसा बताया है, रामायण में तो ऐसा बताया है, Mahabharata has been told like this. So many things will take. So what we should tell to these people? We should use a mantra. I don't know. Just simply so that no further talk will go on that. No argument, no dispute will take place. Just say that I don't know. That's all. You say that I don't know, that matter ends there. So then you will be what will happen is your mind will be quiescent, you will be tranquil, and everything will be blissful. Because moment no argument happens, nothing will trouble you in the life. So that's what has been said here. So what is the God? God is that phenomena where the words cannot describe and mind cannot explain. It is that phenomena. So one has to get out of this objectivity, and for that, what has to be done? Therefore, you have to drop the mind. जो मन से सोचना कर रहा है वो छोड़ देना पड़ेगा. You have to drop the mind and you have to become what? You have to become that divinity itself. And how is it divinity? Divinity is like a space. It never argues. Space never argues. If somebody is burning wooden blocks in the space, nobody argues. If somebody is putting the water on that wooden blocks, the space never argues. So you should not argue. The argument and comments you should stop. Then only you will mind your mind. अपना मन अपने को अच्छा रखना है. So with this small introduction, we will start now the Shukopakhyan, the story of Shuka. It is very enchanting story. So what it says is, although the Rama has a dispassion, it has a tinge of depression. रामा को डिस्पैशन है, विवेक बुद्धि तो बहुत अच्छी बता दी उन्होंने, बट देन ही हैज अ टिंच ऑफ एक छोटा सा ऐसा डिप्रेशन, कहते भी डिप्रेसिव मूड रहेगा, क्योंकि ही फील्स दैट वर्ल्ड इज रियल. Whereas what scriptures is telling is world is a long dream. We have already seen 15 chapters up till now. When we are now doing the revision, you should apply your knowledge which you have studied. What is it been said? That's why we are doing it revision again and again. Our job is not to complete the books. Our job is not to complete this book and okay, go for some another book and another book. No. Even we will keep on repeating this only so that till that we become one with that Almighty, your mind. And what is that one become Almighty is? It is like knowing that मेरी ही नथ मेरे ही मंगलसूत्र में अटकी है. That you know. That means you know that you are divine. That's as simple as that. Nothing more than that. So what is the now Shukapakhana is starting? So first shloka is Valmiki Uvacha. So Valmiki Rishi says, what it is saying is, having said thus, when Rama paused, unless you pause, your guru is not going to tell you anything, or the well wishers are not going to tell anything. Vishwamitra spoke to him. So, who spoke immediately? Vasishtha Rishi has not started addressing him. Vishwamitra was there, who has requested him to come and help him from the demons so that he will protect, Rama will protect the this uh, rituals which he is going to do, that is yajna, Rama will protect that. So for the protection of that, this Vasishtha Rishi, this Valmiki said that now Vishwamitra started. So it is a story inside the story. See, so beautiful. It is like a meeting going on. Where who are the people who are sitting there? Dashrath Raja is on this throne. Valmiki is there. Then Vishwamitra is there, and Vasishtha Rishi is there, and Rama is there, and Rama's servant is also there. There are six people who are sitting there. Rama's servant is standing, whereas Rama is sitting on the floor, on the mattress, and other people are having, as per their position, seats they have taken. So what is now Vishwamitra says? Now this see the beauty of this Vishwamitra, how he starts. Vishwamitra said, Raghava. He says Raghava, best among the wise. There is nothing else to be known by you. So what he's saying, he's giving a solace to Rama. अरे यार तुम तो बहुत ही बढ़िया हो, तुमको कुछ, तुम बेस्ट अमंग द वाइज, सब लोगों की वाइज लोगों में आप सबसे बेस्ट हो. यू डोंट हैव टू नो एनीथिंग. आपको सब आता है यार, आपको क्या बताए, आप तो यू आर सो स्मार्ट. So then what happens is, you know, Vishwamitra has respected him. So what message is giving is respect to the persons, respect to your students, respect to everyone, because what is this respect? It is not the respect of bodily respect, like Satyendra is delivering a lecture. Some people are listening to the lecture. So, like, okay, speaker should respect the listener, and listener should respect to the speaker. Not like that. With the divine angle in the life, divine angles you should see. So, how, if you really want to secure, how to secure a person and the mind of the person, अगर वो आपको वो आदमी को जीत लेना है और उसका माइंड भी जीत लेना है, तो कैसा करना पड़ेगा? रिस्पेक्ट करना पड़ेगा. ऐसे जाके नमस्कार और नीचे झुकने की जरूरत नहीं. यू टॉक अ गुड वर्ड्स टू हिम, प्रेज हिम, एंड व्हाट प्रेज ही सेज, राघवा बेस्ट अमंग द वाइज, देयर इज नथिंग एल्स टू बी नोन बाय यू. आपको कुछ दूसरा पता करने की जरूरत नहीं है. यू हैव नोन एवरीथिंग बाय योर ओन सटल इंटेलिजेंस. आपको तो सब पता है, बिकॉज रामा हैज गिवन सो मेनी एग्जांपल्स. You have known everything by your own subtle intelligence. You know everything by subtle intelligence. So your intelligence is like that of Shuka, the son of sage Vyasa. Now he has again introduced another patra, another story inside the story. Now the Shuka story is starting. What? Your intelligence is like that of Shuka, the son of sage Vyasa. Vyasa के पुत्र है शुकदेव. आपका इंटेलिजेंस उनके समान है. So now he started, Vishwamitra is starting another, telling another story. Even the one who has known what is to be known needs total tranquility, total inner tranquility. So who is this Shuka? This Shukadeva in the past is a son of Vyasa, even though himself awake to the ultimate reality by discrimination. Contemplating on the course of his world, did not attain himself the confidence. This is the reality. That means the Shukadeva was knowing all the scriptures. He has read Bhagavad Gita, he has read the essence of Yogavaasishtha, he has known everything, all scriptures, Mahabharata, Ramayana, what not, everything was known. He is practicing also. He is practicing meditation. He was knowing what is divinity. He was knowing oneness with the truth. Everything was knowing, but he was not having total inner tranquility because he was not confident what he has done. This is a reality. So with this restless mind, now the Shukopakhyan has started, the story of Shuka has started. With this restless mind, he then asked his father. Who is his father? Vyasa. Vyasa is again, he has also realized soul. He has asked his father. He says, Seja, that means, hey Rishi, how did this show of worldly existence arise? He is asking how this show of the worldly existence arise. अरे ये show कैसे क्या आया? How this has happened? How does it attain quiescence? ये एक शांति को कैसा जाएगा? And of what extent, of which, and when in this worldly existence, all this is to be told. On this was described by Vyasa, the knower of the self. When his son Shukadeva is asking, he said, Array, he is asking me, I should explain him. This is also happens with also. We also. If somebody asks us something, थोड़ा सा भी कुछ पूछा, अरे यार भगवान क्या है, तुम लोग क्या पढ़ते हो योग वशिष्ठ में, तुमने क्या पढ़ा है, विदाउट नोइंग द कंप्लीट थिंग, विदाउट कंप्लीटिंग ऑल 32 चैप्टर्स, व्हाट वी से, अरे मेरे को सब पता है, चल मैं बताता हूँ. What that speaker is going to tell, I have read already Bhagavad Gita, I know everything, I know Ramayana, Mahabharata, मैं ही तुझे बता देता हूँ. कुछ नहीं यार, एक भगवान रहते हैं, सब अपने अंदर में लविंग हार्ट में भगवान है, उसकी भक्ति करते हैं, बाकी कुछ मत कर, जो मन में है बाकी कर. So no, 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 don't do that. That is what is happening to this Shukadeva. So Vyasa tried to explain everything to him, and what happens is, but he Shuka did not think much of that. जो बता रहे थे उसकी तरफ उसको कोई ख्याल ही नहीं. He doesn't attend to saying that he knew all that. What he said to his father Vyasa, ये मुझे सब पता है. Knowing this opinion, then his father immediately, his dispassion came in the picture. So his dispassion and discrimination he came to the picture. He understood, was there is a ego monster with this person. Shukadeva, even such a when learned person has a ego. Forget now, what about our ego? अपना तो ego तो कितना बड़ा होगा. So Shuka was told by his father. Immediately he turned the 180 degrees turn. Vyasa has 180 degrees turn. Whatever knowledge he was giving, he stopped immediately. Because he is saying that nothing is going inside the mind of Shukadeva. Even the knowledge is there, nothing is. He says immediately, I do not know the truth exactly. Who said this? Vyasa told to the Shukadeva. अरे यार मुझे एग्जैक्टली पता है, मैं बताया आपको, पर मेरे को पूरा अच्छे से पता नहीं. Better than that, Janaka knows that reality. Janak Raja, King Janaka, Mithila Naresh, Janak knows everything. Obtain all the knowledge from him. You better go to Mithila Naresh, Janak, and obtain the knowledge through him. So, Shukadeva took it in literal sense. Okay, instead of creating his own dispassion, discrimination, he said, okay, यार पिताजी कुछ पता नहीं होगा, ऐसी फालतू बड़बड़ करते रहते. He keeps on saying, people also respect him, पर उनको कुछ पता नहीं होगा यार, मेरे को तो पता है बाकी क्या खाते पीते घूमते रहते, भगवान भगवान करते रहते, nothing. Okay, so what he says, then he told by the father. Shuka then went to the city of Janaka. Now such a subtler mind Shuka goes there to the Janaka city, and what happens, Janaka is Sarvadarshi, Tattvajnani. So what happens, being aware that Shuka, who is standing at the entrance, desires of knowing the truth. See, he was knowing, interested to know the truth. Janaka should have called him and told immediately, but he says no. Now he started the examination of this Shukadeva. So king remains silent in disregard when 7 days pass. What has happened is 7 days king has not entertained him. So for first 7 days, this Shukadeva is standing outside the gate, and he has been given some food, water outside only, there only by the gatekeeper, and he has to stand outside. After that, what happens is, after Shuka entered the courtyard after 7 days, then two stood for 7 days. Janaka conducted him in his inner apartment. That means 7 days he has to stand inside the courtyard. 7 days outside punishment, 7 days inside punishment. So 14 days he has to stand. Now after that, what happens is 14 days, such a torture, such a this thing. But Shuka's mind was tranquil because he has read so much of scripture and he was already well versed. Only his problem was he was not knowing that this is the truth. So after that, what Raja, this Janaka did is, there even those fondled by intoxicated woman food and multitude of enjoyment for 7 days. And he has been given everything has been given. All he has been given very nice chamber, all food, all drinks, all lot of females dancing to his tunes, all servants, everything. But then this Shukadeva remained pure and good-minded. He never thought. What was his in mind? All this is a play of divinity. This Shuka was already naming. Only thing, tranquility, or rather, he has a small tinge, like Rama has a small tinge of this thing, depression. Similarly, this Shuka also has a small tinge somewhere remaining, that he could not understand that whatever his stage is a blissful stage. After 14 days suffering outside the gate and inside the gate, 7 days suffering because of giving the best facility, and he is remaining the tranquil. 21 days has gone. 22nd days, this Vasishtha, this Janaka Raja calls him, fetching him, whose nature was thoroughly known. Then what has done is Janaka bowed to him. Janaka bowed to whom? Janaka bowed to this Shukadev. He said, welcome to you, blessed one, who you have attended all your desires. That means the message to us also is, you should also attain all the desires, whether it is a bad situation. Keep your mind tranquil, don't comment, don't argue, don't fight. This is a sadhana for us. This sadhana has been told to us. So keep quiet. What is that? Dekho, suno, bolo mat. See, hear, and don't talk. That is what the mantra we have seen. So then he says, he has understood everything, but then immediately Shukadeva says, Shukadeva has been asked, what is your wish? आपका क्यों आया? Why you come here? Then Shukadeva said, Suka asked the king, Perceptor, how did this show of worldly existence arise? ये जो शो है वर्ल्डली एग्जिस्टेंस का, ये कैसा अराइज हुआ? अरे यार, मेरे को सब जगत में सब चीजें दिख रही है। जैसे राम को दिखता था, दुख दिखता था, पेन दिखता था, और सब माइट ऑफ टाइम दिखता था। सिमिलरली ये भी पूछ रहे हैं सुखदेव जी कैसी, हाउ डज इट अटेन क्वाइसेंस? टेल मी इमीडिएटली। दिस वाज आल्सो क्वेश्चन ही हैज आस्क्ड to the Vyasa, his father, but he could not get convinced from Vyasa. And Vyasa was very clever. He said, I don't know. Because he was knowing his ego is going up. If ego is going up, you just say, I don't know, that's all. Nothing more to do. And having heard this, Shuka said, this was known, but then whatever has been told by Janaka, Shuka, as he replied to Vyasa, his father, here also he said, this was known to me by earlier by my own accord, by my discrimination. मेरे विवेक बुद्धि से मुझे सब पता था. I was knowing this. This was also narrated by my father. मेरे बुद्धि से भी मुझे पता था और मेरे पिताजी ने भी मुझे यही बताया था. That's what he said to Janaka. Janaka again laughed, smiled. The same fact which is heard of in the scriptures has been uttered by you also. अरे क्या नई बात बता रहे हो जनक जी? कुछ नई बता ही नहीं रहे आप. मैं पूछ रहा हूँ टोटल इनर ट्रैंक्विलिटी कैसी होगी. आई एम आस्किंग यू हाउ आई विल अटेन टोटल इनर ट्रैंक्विलिटी. Instead of that, you are telling me scriptures again. What is the point? How does the mind attain tranquility? Tell that yourself. Quickly tell me how to attain total inner tranquility. And that is the answer which Janak is given as really profound. Please remember the shloka number 17th of chapter number 2. Best of the shloka as what is that? I'll read it very slowly. What Janaka said? Janaka said, there is here but one self who is of the nature of undivided consciousness. There is nothing else. He is bound by his own thoughts, free from addition, he is liberated. So what has been told, we have to also do this sadhana for us. There is here but one self. पूरे जगत में एक ही परमात्मा है. कैसा है? मैनिफेस्टेड रूप में है. He is a manifested परमात्मा. He is unfragmented, undivided, if you really remember this statement and only meditate on this statement, practice this statement, bring it in your life. You don't have to do any puja, you don't have to do any religious practice, you don't have to listen to any essence of Yogavaasishtha, you don't have to read Bhagavad Gita. But what happens is, this doesn't go into our DNA. So I'll again read, there is here but one self who is the nature of undivided consciousness. जैसे दांत भी मेरे ही है और जीभ भी मेरी है. दांत ने जीभ को काटा तो मैं थोड़ी जीभ को पीटने लगता हूँ. Similarly, all the people inside, outside, whether is a husband, whether is a wife, whether is a son, whether is a daughter, they are all made up of that same element called as undivided consciousness, Paramatma, Prabhu, Narayan, Narayan, Narayan. So there is nothing else. It's Narayan Chodke, there is nothing else. But we forget because this only afternoon meeting, maybe 25-30 minutes. We remember after that we forget. He is bound by his own thoughts. अपन अपने ही जब पूरे थॉट से अपने ही विचार अपने इमेजिनेशन से अपन सब बंधे हुए. Because of our own thoughts, we are this bound, free from addition. You stop this thinking of अपने अपने विचार के बारे में सोचना बंद कर दो. He is liberated. That means what? You have to have a samajhdari. You have to have understanding. Once you get the understanding, you are free. So that's what is the thoughts and the ideation has been mentioned. So what sankalpa you have to make? Sankalpa you have to make whatever, whether you are miserable situation because of misery or joyful situation because of the joys. You will not become miserable, you will not become a joyful. Rather than that, you will remain always tranquil, blissful, happy, contented, and over and above, relaxed and cool. Remaining cool itself is a sadhana. Becoming that you are not going to become because you know that you are that being. So all that has to be obtained has been won by you. Who is saying this? Janaka is saying to Shukadev, you have won that. That means by efforts we have to win this. How you win the match? 2020 cricket match? You have to make a lot of efforts. How we win the world? You have to do this YouTube studio. You have to do YouTube live. Pass on this message to the maximum people of the world because you know this is unfragmented. All 6 billion people of the world, they are all one. Please tell all the world how you have to tell. But first you have to become. Don't start advertising and broadcasting this because unless you have the experience of this understanding, nothing can happen. And that's what has been told by Vashisha, this Janaka to this Shukadeva, throw off your confusion. He says, please throw off your confusion. Apna confusion chhod do. Then Shuka became tranquil. And thus instructed by the king, he became tranquil. When he became the tranquil, ये सब सुनने के बाद he became a tranquil. And after that, what he had done is free from sorrow. He Shuka become calm by Nirvikalpa Samadhi. He started contemplating on that, like we are contemplating. Maybe we'll contemplate all 32 chapters. Upon 32 chapters, contemplate करेंगे. And only the cleansing of impurity is indeed required by you. You have to only cleanse the impurities. Impurities has to be cleaned because after that you are divine. Whether you know it or not, whether you want it or not, whether you like it or not, you are divine. आप तो प्रत्यक्ष परमात्मा परमेश्वर ही हो. आपको सिर्फ पता कर लेने का है. So after that doing that, then you do puja, you do your housework, you do the vegetable cutting, you do the kitchen work, you do office work, or you do like speaking whatever I am speaking, you remain in a tranquil condition under all the situation. 14 days like Shukadeva suffered outside. 7 days he has suffered for intoxicated things given to him. He remained tranquil. So that is what is required. So this Shukadeva then understood and then he has attended total inner tranquility. Now there are only 3 shlokas remaining. So what is to be done is a sadhana. Thinning of vasana, that is impression left on the mind by our past good और बैड एक्शंस हमारे अच्छे मेरे को तो सब लोग अच्छा बोलते हैं या मेरे को कुछ लोग बुरा बोलते हैं ऑल यू टू ड्रॉप विच प्रोड्यूस प्लेजर एंड पेन यू टू ड्रॉप दैट प्लेजर एंड पेन एंड हम कितने संयमी थे मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम थे पूरा जगत मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम होना चाहिए वो क्यों मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम में राम के वक्त भी डेवल्स डेविल्स थे राम हैज टू किल द डेवल्स डेविल्स keeping his mind as a tranquil and Ram also has to fought the wars right along with the Lakshmana's help but then there are no impressions on his mind that is important mind your mind अपना मन अपने को अच्छे से करना है the firmness of such impressions of object is only called as bondage जगत का जो अपने impressions mind पे है उसी को bondage कहा गया है having told thus Vishwamitra spoke to Vashishta then Vishwamitra initially now told everything to the Rama now he's telling to Vashishta hey Sega that means he's addressing to Vashishta great one the perceptor of the entire family of Raghu for the peace of mind of this great souled Rama, here, please teach the means even today. What he's saying is the introduction de diya. In this introduction itself, everything is covered, but now he is with respectfully he is saying, Vishwamitra is saying to Vashishta, please, Vashishta Guruji, please, now you give her the discourse and create your Upanishad. What is this Upanishad? Upanishad is a dialogue between Guru and Shishya that is called as Upanishad. So we can say this is now Vashishta Rama Upanishad. So this Yogavaasishtha is Vashishta Rama Upanishad which we are reading and these Upanishads are always enchanting. So last shloka is I remember that which was verily narrated by Brahma, the creator for the elevation of the confusion of the worldly existence. मैं अच्छे से जानता हूँ who is saying Vishwamitra then address the Sega said that who is saying this one this Vashishta Rishi is saying I remember that which is verily narrated by Brahma. Brahma is what? He is Vashishta Rishi is a Manas Putra of Brahma for the elevation of the confusion of the worldly existence. जगत में confusion ही है कि जगत का जो confusion है क्योंकि outwardly देखते हैं राम का क्या confusion था पूरा painful है पूरा sorrowful है और पूरा समय के अधीन है this is a confusion actually it is divine वो सब करता धरता तो नारायण है क्योंकि सब कुछ नारायण है having said this he began to expound so उसके बाद उसने बताना चालू किया what is that we will be seeing that tomorrow just little recap abiding in the absolute and playing the game of the relative existence is called as Jivan Mukti. Go give up your all wrong notions and what is said in Sanskrit is Tyagena Amrutatva Manushu. If you really renounce everything mentally, you're not supposed to leave the place, you're not supposed to go to the Himalaya. Renounce mentally and then you'll be always tranquil, blissful and happy forever. Knower of the truth is the truth itself. जो no truth को पता करता है वही truth होता है that is an understanding. Knowing is being. If अगर आपको पता चल गया तो that is your being. What has to be dropped is I know everything. You have to drop that when you come to the afternoon meeting or the class. I know everything. मुझे तो सब पता है यार क्या सुनना. That is called as तुष्णि भाव. If you do go into that, you get frustrated, dejected, unhappy, confused, and argumentative, which you have to drop. So like Rama and Shukacharya had some stinge of ahankar. So that has to be dropped. And how will you be doing? Shotriya Brahmanishta. What is Shotriya? Knowing of some scriptures after sufficient studies. He has studied sufficiently. And Brahmanishta is established in the truth that we are. We have to get established in the truth that we are. With this, we'll do the prayers. And we'll do the second topic, that is Vasna Dvida when told by Vasishta Rishi tomorrow. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tatsat. Sri Ramachandra Arpanamastu, submitting the divine fruits to the holy feet of the Sri Ramachandra.